Across 90 annual symposia, Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory has sought to further our understanding of biology in light of the latest advances in research and technology. As the world enters a new era of artificial intelligence, scientists and industry professionals from around the world gather at the lab to consider AI's current and future applications in biology and medicine.
In thinking about the speakers, we wanted to cover every major scale of biology, from DNA to proteins to cells to tissues to full organisms, and also all of the interesting advances of AI in this space and even beyond this space. We have models that are generative-like models that can design novel proteins, but we also have LLMs that are made from Anthropic and OpenAI that are interactive and contain a huge knowledge base of our scientific literature. And so they're useful, but how do we harness that for scientific discovery? And so we wanted to cover even those aspects in this meeting.
Once again, Cold Spring Harbor facilitates a revolutionary exchange of ideas. Disparate fields of research become a singular community for the duration of the symposium, comparing notes and inspiring progress.
So I'm bringing very much in the biology angle or the human angle maybe. So we are very much appliers of these technologies that other people develop. And I normally have no contact or very little contact to the real developers of these technologies. So now I think bringing these different fields together is the most exciting part about these meetings, that it allows you to meet people that you would normally not meet, and hearing the different side is very exciting.
What I'm picking up is actually the vibe, the feeling of energy. Literally, the energy is pulsing in the room. You can just, especially the students who are here and the posters and so forth, you know, it's really exciting. It reminds me of what it was like back in the 1980s. Jeff Hinton is a good friend of mine. We were developing these learning algorithms. It was really exciting. And you can tell that they have the same kind of feeling about what's going on. And, you know, it's going to have a big impact on science, you know, these young students coming up.
Research once considered overly broad and ambitious now feels within reach, thanks to the symbiosis of new scientists with even newer AI tools.
Biology has gone from data poor to data rich, and that means you need new tools for analyzing the data, and there's going to be new conceptual frameworks that are going to come out of it.
Before, you really had to do it wet lab, individual experiments, and now you can use all the data that maybe other people have already generated. So we are very much still there on the side of the experiments. We have a hypothesis, while others really develop tools purely to make them available for other people like us to use them and answer some fundamental questions with them.
The key to drug discovery powered by AI is integrating into your experimental cortex so that you can actually not just make predictions about what you've seen or what might be, but actually use that AI system to decide where to go next.
I think the most exciting applications are, in fact, in the healthcare settings, where being able to process thousands or millions of patient information and make sense of it, grouping them together and knowing how to do pattern recognition across that many large numbers of people. We can identify things that were overlooked in humans because we typically, like doctors, will see one patient at a time, and it's hard to make these broader connections across thousands or even millions of patients.
This is a bit the challenge in biology. All our measurements are kind of approximations of a patient's state. And so we've come to the realization that we need to integrate across different technologies, modalities, data types. So if we are looking at a patient, we have the doctor's notes and we have classic pathology, histology of a tissue, but we also have much more molecular readout. So these data site types and technologies in itself are incredibly complex. So we need to have AI to dissect and get us the most insights from a single technology. But then in particular, we need to integrate across those different measurements to get a holistic view of a patient's disease biology. That really requires AI.
An inflection point begins to take shape when the inherent curiosity of today's biologists meets the innovation power of tomorrow's AI. The stage is set for scientific breakthroughs that reach patients and practitioners faster than ever thought possible.
The more we demonstrate the utility of these AI tools in translation, hopefully there will be more adoption and more hospitals will buy into this, and we can really make transformative changes in medicine.